I'm tired. The sun set already. Even on the bus back home, Red was constantly beaming. He must really like being called the warrior of justice. Heroine, I want to help more people now. Yeah, that's a nice thought, but you've already told me that 1,000 times in the bus. Did I? But still, I'm glad. About what? You look so depressed lately. I don't think I've seen you this happy in a long time. Red laughed awkwardly and shrugged his shoulders. Oh, but you really impressed me earlier, the way you comforted her so well. It's not that easy to just go to someone and help them. I can't believe he went up to a crying girl and talked about the value of justice. That was a bit funny, but she believed him anyways. And she realized the love her mom has towards her. Red didn't try to send the crying girl to the Lost Children's Center right away, but tried to talk to her. I never knew Red could be like that. And thanks to him, I gathered up my courage to give her my own advice. Red dropped his gaze embarrassingly at my words, and he said in a small voice, Heroine. To be honest, I was a bit surprised earlier, too. Why? When you talked to her about family... Red seemed to think for a while and continued. I remembered what you said before when we were still dolls. You were once upset that your parents didn't call often and talk to us about them. But I never heard you complain to your parents when you talked to them on the phone. I only realized today, after hearing what you told the little girl, how you feel. I think you're such a good person. Aw, that is so sweet. Huh? Red gave me an honest smile. I felt my face go red at his sincere smile and compliment. Red tried to come closer to me, but he stopped for a while. I'll make myself stronger so I can be a man who can protect you anywhere, anytime. You're a good person, so you have to be protected, Red said in a determined voice. I felt thankful at his innocent kindness and smiled happily. But you know... Yeah? Then... you really don't... have feelings for Tay? Red asked in a faint voice. I had no idea why he's so curious of that. I mean, why could he possibly be asking? As I said, I don't like Tay in that way. Red seemed relieved at my definite answer and smiled. Seeing his comforting smile, I remembered the little girl who giggled while sitting on Red's neck. He looked far different from a warrior of justice on TV who defeats villains. But what if I tell him that I've never thought he was greater than how he was today? How would Red react? When would Red realize that he's awesome enough without hidden powers? Aw. That was so sweet, though. So cute. Freaking adorable, though. Come and save me. Oh no. What trouble am I getting into now? Oh. That time again. This is how we made you. Let's look at our diary first, though. November 16th. Today I went to the amusement park with Red. I was riding the merry-go-round from my childhood memories when I suddenly heard a strange voice and got a headache. I fainted for a while and ended up worrying Red. I'm fine now, but I've been going through similar things these days. God. Should I take some vitamin pills or something? I can't believe that Red thought I had feelings for Tay. He came back to normal as soon as I set things straight. We saw a lost girl crying out loud, and we tried our best to comfort her. Red gave her a piggyback ride, and he felt so trustworthy then. The things I told the little girl were actually things about my childhood. Why was I never more honest to my parents? It's a bit embarrassing, but should I call them first tonight? That'd be interesting. Any phone calls? Nope. You are the one and only Red type. Aren't you curious what kind of owner you'll meet? Ha ha, you'll find out today. Why? Why am I alone?
Because you're special. That's why you're alone. That's what the dollmaker said. I'm special. I'm more special than anyone else. But I don't want to be alone. The power of just is hidden within me. That's probably what makes me special, right? Then if I realize those powers, everyone will know who I am, right? Right?
Oh. Oh no. Poor Red. I realized after I came back from the amusement park with Red. Oh no, this music can't be mean anything good. Oh no. That it wasn't just Red who thought that I had feelings for Tay. Yuri's gonna be so happy. To say it again, I never liked Tay that way. Never. Aw. I've heard that so many times already. I do get hurt every time, you know. Of course I like Tay, but that's... not... Thank you, Yuri. You're saying that your heart doesn't pound or feel something passionate burning inside of you when you see him, right? I don't like the way you put it, but I guess that's right. Just like twisting the knife in Yuri's stomach with every word. I already knew. Since my honey didn't go on a date with me and went with that cherry boy. Yuri pointed at Red with his fork and said. Red's eyebrows flinched. Doesn't that mean that you're okay with going on a date with anyone?
Commander, he just insulted me, right?
Red was quick to notice for some reason.
Master, if you go out on a date with me, I'll give you the cookies I hid in the top shelf.
Oddly tempting. No, Yano, you can just have those. Finally, after Lance let out a sigh, the hectic atmosphere calmed down. Thank you, Lance. Anyways, I'm glad everything's cleared up, finally. Glad that's settled. Even though Yano's, like, trying really hard to date me this time, which is really weird. I was going to school with Red, as always. Red said he's guarding me, but I feel like I'm just walking a huge dog. That is so mean.
You know, I had an amazing dream last night.
What was it?
The heroine was kidnapped by a mean doll, and I rescued you using my special power.
Foreshadowing? Maybe? That'd be pretty awesome if you saved me from him, actually.
But the weird thing is, I don't remember what that special power was. It was definitely something.
Red frowned seriously and tried to remember. Special power. Well, since the dolls have become humans, I guess there might be something like special powers. That's my reasoning.
I want to realize my powers quick and protect you better.
But does Red really have some sort of special power within him? I've been thinking something for a while. Those special powers he talks about, aren't they just his delusions? Oh. I can't tell this to him when he's so serious about it. But on one side, I genuinely hope that what he says comes true. Me too. I hope it's true. It'd be so awesome. I was about to say hi to Soy and Shimby, but the class atmosphere was a bit odd. Huh? Did something happen? I can see the kids whispering here and there. Probably reported that we were on a date with Red.
Didn't you hear?
What?
About the ghost.
The ghost? Well, this is new. What? I've never heard of this before. Yeah.
I heard some girl saw it yesterday evening, but it wasn't just her. A lot of people say they saw it. Besides, it was the full moon last night. Maybe it's a werewolf or something. A sad but beautiful story about the cutest guy in the academy turning into a werewolf on a full moon.
The werewolf part is just her delusion. Ignore it.
Ah, so it is the cutest guy in the academy. Do go on. Okay. A ghost? It must be just a rumor. After seeing my indifferent reaction, Soy scolded me about how I wasn't romantic enough. Sorry. But I didn't take it seriously and laid down my bag. A ghost? Pfft, ridiculous. Ridicule. Should I get a burger or a sandwich for lunch? Burger, obviously. I pondered over this very serious question and headed towards the cafeteria. I was no longer afraid to walk the hallway by myself. Yay! Is it because Red kept on telling me that he'd always protect me? I feel like he brainwashed me somehow. It's a little thing called trust, Cutie. But I'm fine with brainwashing if it makes me feel this good. I was smiling happily at the thought of Red when I saw two figures at the end of the empty hallway. I was wondering, now that I don't feel afraid anymore, maybe now I'll get hurt again. This was called Come and Save Me, right? Here, take it. I brought it again. Oh, that's... One of the two figures was a redhead. Oh no, it's that girl. It's that girl with the choco snacks. It was Red.
Wow, today again?
I want to help you defend justice,
the girl said shyly in front of Red. But, wait. That girl is definitely...
I never expected you to eat what I gave to Red.
I'm sure. She's one of the girls who dragged me to the alleyway that day. I suddenly felt dizzy and felt the world turn upside down. Did you really faint from that? Oh dear. I faltered and backed away. Ugh. At that moment, my back touched something. I hurriedly turned around. Eh-hoo, we meet again.
You're planning to interfere again?
I broke out in cold sweat. After that incident, I had to suffer through nightmares. I don't think that was the right Girl 3 voice. Anyway, I get these girls all confused. But right now, I feel like those nightmares are coming true. I barely had myself gathered, but my legs started to shake. The two girls drove me into a corner before Red could notice me, and they whispered in a small voice so that no one else would be able to hear. The way you always hit on them pisses me off enough, but now you want to interfere too. You make me so angry, you know that? Yeah, and besides, I heard you went to the amusement park with Red. How did you... It's none of your business how we know. It's already ridiculous that you're in the drama club with him. The two girls were scowling at me. Now I was feeling victimized more than feeling fear. Why do I have to be treated like this? I shivered at the malice targeted at me and the fact that I was constantly being watched. Why do I have to suffer through these nightmares and violence? It was so unfair I felt enraged. I clenched my teeth. Red already likes me. Oh, decisions. Yeah, honestly, get over yourself. Peh. Don't delude yourself, I said in an infuriated voice. What? Do you think Red wants you guys to act like this? What good can come out of you harassing me? Red will never like bullies. What? You... The fuming girl reached out towards me. Ah! Driven into a tight corner, I couldn't escape and just shut my eyes. Oh no.
Huh? Heroin!
Finally, he's come to my rescue. I hear Red's voice coming from behind the girls. At his voice, the hand stopped mid-air. I thought he wouldn't be able to see me.
Huh?
Red was coming towards this way, but stopped at the strange atmosphere. And he tilted his head, looking at the girls surrounding me. Hey, let's go. While Red was hesitating, the girls gestured towards another and left in a hurry. I looked at the hallway and noticed the girl who was talking to Red just now left too.
Who were they?
Huh? Oh. I was about to spill the beans, but stopped. No, Cutie! There were so many things to say that I didn't know where to start. If I'm to explain everything, I'd have to tell him about that day. There are still parts of that day that I didn't tell Red. But I think it'd be better to gather my thoughts and tell him later. As long as you actually tell him, lady. I'll tell you at home.
Well, Alright. Oh, heroin. Do you want one? I got 2. No, get the thing away from me. Red handed me a bag of chocolate cookies. Red was innocently offering it to me. But at that moment, I went pale as if I just saw a poison apple. I feel nauseous. No, I'm fine. I refused for sure. Red seemed disappointed, but took it back. Oh, right. You know we have rehearsal after school, right?
Yeah, I know.
Don't be late. You have to come even if you want to go to Banjul.
All right. I was able to smile at least a little bit at the last thing Red said. I feel like I see a silver lining of light amidst the shadow engulfing me. At least there's that. After school, we continued rehearsing for the play in the music room.
It's admirable to defend justice, but it is not easy. So trust me and believe in me.
Red was practicing his lines in one corner. I didn't think he'd be able to Oh dear. Hey, don't close my thing. I appreciate you telling me that my power's about to go out, but hey. Yes. Where were we? I didn't think he'd be able to recite the lines that easily, but wow. They must be perfect for Red. I was surprised to see how well he is, but I also felt proud.
Good. This is good. This feels very good.
But is the setting a playground?
Yes, the Justice Warrior appears as a little boy who's playing soccer.
How about me?
It's in the script. The line you say to the Justice Warrior. Read it. You have to say the lines.
There are only 3 dots. That's what I just did. I said while showing my script.
Oh, the soccer ball is missing. Someone should go to the warehouse and get the ball,
The club member said while looking around. Everyone was busy memorizing their lines. No one volunteered to go. But I only had 1 line to practice today. Ugh. There's really only... I think I have the least to do. Should I go? I carefully raised my hand. I'll go.
Oh, really? Thanks.
Sure. I glimpsed at Red and saw that he was busy practicing. Aren't we going to get viciously beaten up again? He'd definitely follow me if I tell him I'm going to get the ball. He looks so focused right now, and I don't want to bother him. He always cares for me. This is the least I could do for him. Right? We're gonna get so killed. I carefully slipped out of the music room. My footsteps rang quietly through the quiet hallway. I kept on thinking about Red on my way out for some reason. It was quite strange to see him focus on something so intensely. I now realize how serious he is about the play. Of course, I ended up joining the drama club unexpectedly because of that. But thanks to him, I was able to adjust well. I thought I'd never fit in the club, but through his help, I was doing pretty well during rehearsals. What would it feel like to go up on stage with Red? I felt butterflies in my stomach at the thought of going on stage, and my heart pounded. I'm already this nervous. I hope I'll be okay on stage. If I tell Red this, he'll probably just tell me to trust him again. I couldn't help but smile at thinking about how simple but honest and cute Red is. We meet again. Huh? I was smiling happily when someone's hand suddenly grabbed my shoulder. Will you guys get a life? Honestly. I was so surprised I froze at the spot. It's those girls again.
Those cookies I gave Red, you ate them again, right?
What? No! There was the girl who handed Red the biscuits, and the other 2 that snarled at me earlier. The 3 surrounded me in a familiar way. People like her don't understand when you say it nicely. Hey, what should we do with her?
If being nice won't make her understand, we'll have to punish her.
The girls laughed disturbingly. I was about to get ready to escape at their creepy smile, but they held onto my shoulders and didn't let go. Let go! I yelled and struggled with all my strength, but they soon covered my mouth and dragged me to somewhere else. Not again! Crap's sake! You still have the key to that place, right? Of course. What? This is the gym. The dimly lit gym was pretty spacious, but I felt like suffocating. Why are you just standing there? Go in! Ah! Crap. The girls dragged me and pushed me into a warehouse at the corner. I was supposed to come here to get the ball. But the soccer ball isn't my problem right now. Well, at least you realize that. They pushed me in and I ended up falling to the ground. Before I could even get up, the three closed the door and said to me through the crack, "Then why don't you take a time out?"
If you're lucky, maybe someone might find you tomorrow morning.
Wait! No! Oh, this is like my worst nightmare. I hate being stuck in an enclosed space, especially in the dark. Putting my last screen to shame, the door slammed shut with a loud bang. There wasn't a single ray of light coming through the door. I was completely surrounded by darkness. I heard the girls outside locking up the door. Oh dear. As their laughter faded away, so did their footsteps. I groped around and crawled towards the door. I pushed the cold door with all my strength, but it didn't budge. School is over. This is an empty gym, and I'm in the warehouse inside, so I couldn't hear a single footstep. My hair here shriveled up at the blinding darkness. This is bad. I tried to move around to find anything I can open the door with. Ouch! But soon my knee hit something. I might get hurt if I move around. Everything is dark, so I can't even tell the time. I don't know how long I've been stuck here, but I should be alert. They say that discretion is the better part of valor, don't they? I held on to my pounding heart, and I calmly started thinking. Let's bang on the door first. Hello? Is anyone there? I'm trapped here. Open the door. I'm trapped inside. Help! Hello? Isn't anyone there? I banged on the door and screamed, but all I could hear was my echoing voice and the bang. No one would be in the gym at this hour. I stopped banging and dropped my arms. My hands hurt from hitting the door, but I can't just give up like this. I should wait a little bit and start asking for help again. I regret leaving my phone at the music room. I thought I'd be back soon. No! Well, I mean, Red has got to go look for you at some point, because he's supposed to take you home. And I mean, he wouldn't just assume you had left. Especially if all your things are still there, right? Even if I didn't have service, I would have been able to see with the light. That's a good point. I'm scared. I was scared that the darkness would overwhelm my mind like it did with my cry for help. I felt like the darkness was creeping up to my body the way my feet grew cold. But I convinced myself, this is fine. This is nothing. Someone will come and get me soon. Then everything will be fine. Let's just hold on a bit more. A bit more.
Grandpa! Where are you? Did you go somewhere?
Oh wait, this isn't little me, this is big me. I'm not used to having a memory of big me. Grandpa, where are you? Did you go somewhere? If you're not here, then I have to be by myself. It's just me in this huge house. Why did you leave without me? Why?
It's fine, Cutie. You're a strong girl. You can take care of yourself.
No, Grandpa, I'm not strong. There's no one I can talk to with you gone. I'm scared. They all feel like they'll abandon me soon. You're the only one I have. Grandpa, please, don't go. Don't leave me to be by myself. Oh. I thought that I had turned blind since I couldn't see anything when I opened my eyes. But after blinking a couple times, I found out I could make some things out amidst the darkness. Where am I? Did you really fall asleep? Oh, right. I'm trapped in the warehouse. It's cold. I crouched down at the coldness. What time is it now? Did the sun set already? I can't hear anything. I can't see or hear a single thing. How long have I stayed in here? I couldn't even hear the time ticking. It's as if the darkness has swallowed time, too. I'm scared. I don't like the darkness. How much longer do I have to be trapped in the dark? How much longer? I want to get out! I screamed to myself. With that, I stood up. I banged on the door with all my might. I'm trapped in here! Isn't anyone there? Save me! Please! Please! I'm trapped in here! Here! I'm trapped. I could feel my fists getting hot from the friction. My legs started shaking and I felt myself going dim. Tears rolled down my face with resentment. Why is it always like this when I haven't done anything wrong? Why do I always have to face the darkness? I've never wished for this. Tears streamed down my cold cheeks. They were tears of fear. They were of despair. They weren't tears of fear. They were of despair. I feel like no one would come and get me. My legs went rubbery. I ended up plopping down to the ground. What do I do now? No one will come and get me. Nobody! Come on, Cutie, be positive. Let's try this again. Red, save me. Red. A name slipped out of my mouth. Red? That name that came right out of my mouth took over my thoughts. The person who said he'd protect me. The person who promised he'd always be by my side. I bit my lips and banged on the door again. Red! Save me! Red! Red! I frantically called out for Red while banging the door. Yes, Red would definitely look for me right now. I was sure of it. Please find me. Please. Red! 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 Save me! You said you'd protect me. Please, don't give up looking for me. Don't leave me. Red! I opened my fist. As I stopped screaming, silence took over the place again. I can't hear anything and can't see anything. It was at that moment I heard a small sound afar. I put my ear to the door and heard footsteps for sure. Someone's here? I suddenly got strength and stood up. Here! I'm trapped in here! I could hear the footsteps getting louder as I shouted. Someone was running towards me, hearing the scream. I was too overwhelmed to shout and just banged the door.
Heroine, are you in there?
This voice! It's Red! Red! It's me! You came! Oh, I'm so glad you came to save me! Tears started to spill from my eyes at hearing his voice.
Get away from the door.
Okay! As I backed away from the door, I heard a banging. It was the sound of Red slamming into the door.
Ah!
Oh. After the last loud bang, the door finally opened. I couldn't see anything through the open door. Only the bright light I wanted to see so bad. It filled my sight completely. And Red was standing amidst the light. He came to save me!
Heroine?
Oh! I tried to keep back the tears, but I couldn't help it. Red, you really came to save me. Thank you for coming.
You okay? You're not hurt, huh?
Red seemed surprised to see me jump into his arms, but he soon started to worry. His voice was filled with worry and anxiety. But weirdly, I grew calmer after hearing that voice. I was scared to death, but Red found me in the end. The fear, resentment, and despair slowly faded away. Yeah, I'm okay.
I looked for you everywhere. I never imagined you'd be locked up in here. What the hell happened to you?
I'll tell you at home. I'm in too much shock to explain properly right now. Okay, I completely understand that.
Aww,
so cute. Oh. As I shook my head, Red hugged me tight. I heard a fast heartbeat, but it wasn't mine. Red's heart was beating desperately, just as how I banged on the door just now. And right now, his warm arms were holding me tighter than anything else in the world. I almost clung onto him. Red didn't push me away and just hugged me tighter.
I'm glad I got to be the one to save you, heroine. I was so surprised when you suddenly disappeared.
I sneaked out on purpose because I didn't want to bother him. It never crossed my mind that he might get more worried not knowing where I am.
I looked around while practicing, but didn't see you in the music room. I was so surprised, but the member said you went to get a soccer ball, so I stayed put. But you were taking so long that I naturally thought you already left the gym. So I came here last. I'm sorry I couldn't save you sooner, heroine.
Red buried his face on my shoulder. I felt sorry imagining the face he's making right now.
I was supposed to be by your side all the time. I looked for you as best as I could. I'm sorry I didn't find you sooner.
Oh, please don't blame yourself. I'm just so glad you did find me. Red kept on apologizing. This happened because I wasn't thoughtful enough. I should be the one to be sorry since he saved me. But Red is apologizing for not finding me sooner. Red kept on apologizing and finally raised his head. Then he grabbed my shoulders and peered at my face.
Oh.
His worried red eyes shook.
You cried.
Huh? Oh, yeah, a little. I wiped my eyes. Red watched me for a while and then raised his hand. His big, hard hand touched my cheek. His touch was so soft, unlike those of the aggressive girls. I couldn't breathe and stood still while Red wiped away all the tear marks on my face. And I just stared at his face. Worry, nervousness, uneasiness, and relief. Several emotions peeped on his face and disappeared.
I'll call everyone first. They all spread out to find you.
Really?
Of course. The drama club members all went home, but the boys at home are still searching for you.
Aww. Red took out his phone and texted everyone.
Let's see. I sent one to Tay, then Yano.
Red sent each of the boys a text. He must have gotten replies right away since the phone kept vibrating. I guess, thankfully, everyone worried about me. Red's fingers were busy tapping the screen. I felt a bit embarrassed to think that those hands touched my face just now.